Okay, I am live. I'm live. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Let's hope the mobile is working. So, for everybody that was there, hopefully you guys can find where I am and you can pop on. Because I'm here. Like, I don't know who is here, so who can I add? There we go. I've got Jen, Tara. Who else was here that I missed? Heather. There we go. Okay, so I can share lives with you, which is awesome. Okay, hopefully, there we go. Hopefully this is better. Hopefully this isn't going to cut out as much. I'm going to shut my laptop down as well and see if that makes a difference. Turn off all the Wi-Fi. Yay! Okay, awesome. So saying that my connection is weak, it will do. Now it's going to be weak and crappy and fuzzy, but we'll work it through. So anyway, today, important day, we're talking about money-making activities. This week we've talked about an awful lot of places in your business, and we've talked about a lot of different things that are going on. We've talked about where you need or how you need to assess where you are in your business in terms of whether you're making money, whether you're making money consistently, whether you're ready to leverage and automate and scale and all that good stuff. We've talked about pricing and how you can price to get the best clients for you. Not about, doing the whole, I have to price this because so-and-so is. And today we're going to be talking about money-making activities. Yeah. Like my favourite bit, okay. Hello. Hey, Heather and Mema. Whoop, whoop, whoop. We've got Grim, Jen, Tara, Kirsty. Facebook just notified me with Jessica Lorimer invites you to a training. Fancy. Do you know what? Facebook Live is getting pretty fancy. I'm getting pretty fancy on Facebook Live. I have brushed my hair for Facebook Live every day this week. I know. I bet you never thought it was happening. So, yes, it has been an epic week. But today, I really want to focus on money making. And the reason I want to focus on money making is because ultimately, in our businesses, money is a key resource, okay? And I've had two conversations with two people that I greatly love and respect today. One of them is an accountant. So obviously respect their opinions around money, and one of them is my lovely Tara. Heather, you're raising the bar, Jess. I can't handle it. Brushing your hair. I know. Look at it. Look, it's sort of even glossy. Sam got me a new hairdryer for Christmas. It's got irons in it. No idea what they do, but they make it look shiny. So I've been talking and having money conversations today. And, I want to make sure that we all know where I am on this page before I jump into, the money-making activities. Because actually, one of the reasons that I'm in sales and I'm in the sales business is because I think that we should learn, or that we should be able to become empowered financially. Okay, everybody should be able to be empowered financially. And that's a very different thing. And I've had two very different conversations about it today. So one conversation I had with Tara, which was around, when people are making money, there are many things that stop them. For some people, it's the mind stuff, it's the head stuff that says, that horrible little voice in your shoulder that's like, hey, you can't do this. It's possible for everybody else, but not for you. You're not a secret genius like all those other people out there, so you cannot possibly make that money. And then the other stuff, I was talking to the lovely Joyce Washington, who is a virtual CFO and does lots and lots of fancy accounting things. And I was talking to her, she's doing a masterclass for the Dotties, and we were talking about the trajectory that your business takes when you start making money, and how your expenses go up, and then your income hopefully skyrockets, and then your expenses plateau and eventually decrease, and leave you free for time and things like that. Secret genius. I know, I try. I'm hoping that's about the name of your new course, Jen, Secret Genius. But yeah, so two massively different conversations about money. But what we both agreed in both conversations was that money is really, really important. And that regardless of how you view it, money is something that in our businesses is absolutely integral to the future function of your business. It's absolutely integral to you keeping your business alive. It's absolutely integral to you, you know, being able to reinvest in your business. It's absolutely integral to you having success in your business and being able to use your business to create that life that you really do want, you know, that freedom-based lifestyle, or, you know, the traveling lifestyle, or the fact that you want to send your kids to private school, whatever it looks like for you. But money is important. And so creating cash in your business, making money in your business has got to be a key focus. That's not the only focus, okay? And, you know, I was saying this morning, I'm somebody who, I started out from a perspective of, I need to make money in my business. Money was the key focus. For me, mindset came later. It wasn't about putting mindset second. It was, A, I didn't really understand what mindset was, so I was like, okay. And B, for me, I was like, well, generating revenue is the thing that I'm good at. That's the thing that I know how to do, so I'm going to focus on doing that first. And you know, that's the way that my business over the years has grown. I've focused on creating cash, reinvesting, creating cash, reinvesting, creating cash, reinvesting. So what that's looked like on a practical level is, right back at the beginning, I created cash, paid my mortgage. Like Tara's just said, lifestyle that pays the bills, right? So I would make money, pay my bills. And then anything that was left over, I would go, okay, well, how can I use whatever it is that I have here to make more money into my business so I can, you know, be doing that. And so over time it started to look like, okay, make money, invest in email software, make money, invest in lead pages, make money, invest in ClickFunnels, because that's going to make my life easier and save me time, make money, invest in a team, you know, all of those different things. But the key thing for me was, in order to reinvest, I had to make money. I wasn't somebody who wanted to take up a large upfront cost and then think, shit, like, how am I going to make this work? So that wasn't for me. And, you know, I was the person in the beginning who was like, I will always do a payment plan, because I've got a big blanket, it's really cold here, because it made it easier on my cash flow. And so even now, I'm somebody that if I make a huge investment, I'm like, okay, is it better to make it in a large outlay, or is it better for me to do it in installments and make sure that my cash flow is good? Yeah. And that way I know that if I have any unexpected bills or anything like that, that I've got that money there that I can, you know, put towards it. You know, say my laptop breaks tomorrow, there's a budget for it. Yeah. Tara, that's a process that happens through the life cycle of your business. Exactly. I love it. Cash flow, something nobody talks about. Cash flow is really important in your business. Okay. And this is why I've focused this week on money, because there are lots of things that as online business owners we don't talk about. It's very easy for us to talk about, and this isn't me being purposely controversial or anything, but it's very easy for us to talk about the nice bits of online business. It's very easy for us to talk about vision boards, and I do it. I've got a vision board and I love it, right? It's very easy for us to talk about, you know, visualization, you know, meditation, self-care, those kinds of things. But sometimes what we don't see enough of is things that are really going to help you continue to grow your business. You know, and that is things like planning for success, strategic action, cash flow, where is money coming from and where is it going? Because those things are the things that keep your business alive and keep your business growing. You know, planning for success, actually setting yourself up for success in terms of your mindset and your beliefs, and knowing that you are going to make something work, and then putting a strategy and taking action behind that are completely different, right? They are completely different. Those are the game changers for your business. Those are what are going to take your business to the next level. Exactly, Julie. Money is a taboo subject. Yeah, Tara, actually looking at your bank account. Now, for me, 2017 is and I've said this before, like, I went through a huge up level in December, and I was really honest, and I was like, look, there are some things I will say that are gonna, you know, upset people and you know, maybe not be as popular. It's Max snoring. And money is one of them, okay? Money is really important in business. It just is. Money's really important in life. Let's face it. The physical money itself, like holding a £5 note or whatever, is not. but money itself is. And you need to set yourself up in the right way wherever you are in business. And that means you need to understand, A, where your money's coming from. So when your clients, and I have my sheet, I will show you my sheet, my laptop is on it. You know, as normal, my monthly sheets over here of, you know, when money's coming in and when money's going out and what it looks like and where the profit is. And I still keep that on paper, and I still keep it in Excel, and I still keep it in Wave. And, you know, I'm not very high tech with it, but my accountant appreciates it. But as business owners, we need to know, where is money coming in? Where is money going out? And how do we create more money? And the simple things that we can do to create more money, just like we've been talking about this week, identify where you are, and therefore, in identifying where you are, know what activities you have to take, okay? If you are somebody who is brand new to the business world, even as a sales coach, I'm not going to say to you, go and set up an automated funnel. That's not going to be my first point of call for anybody that is brand new. The reason being is that you have to learn to generate cash first, then you automate it. Okay, I didn't start out in my business and say, okay, well, you know, I've had one client, so that's cool, I'm going to automate all my funnels. Not at all. I started generating cash for my business and was like, okay, now I'm starting to realize that I don't have unlimited time and that I need to leverage time. And that's when I started with automation, group programs, that kind of stuff. Yeah, nobody starts at the beginning, people do. Don't start at the beginning. Don't do what I did and start at the beginning and compare myself to people who were at different stages of their journey, because it doesn't make you feel good. And then because you're trying to do that, you know, if you're somebody who's thinking, oh shit, well, everyone else has got a webinar, I'll go and do a webinar, and then nobody buys from your webinar, and I've been there, okay, nobody buys from your webinar because you didn't have enough traffic, because you didn't have a big enough audience, because your message wasn't clear, because you didn't have an offer. There are lots of things that need to fall into play. You know, there is a process behind making money. And at the different stages in your business, you are going to have a different process. At the beginning, your process is going to be more manual. Okay, so your process is going to be about, how can I create cash with what I have right now? Okay, so it might be that you have a list of, 50 people, and you say, okay, well, those 50 people, either is there an offer that I can make to them that they're going to want? It may not be an ideal offer for me, so it may be something that I'm like, nah, I'm not going to really sell that in 3 years' time in my business, but it would make a difference to these people on my list right now, and you create that cash that way. Or you might be at a stage in your business where you're like, actually, I know my audience really well, and I've got a fair-sized audience. You know, I've got, 300 people on my email list, and I've got a Facebook group, so I've got a sizable audience. But what you need to do is be able to create larger amounts or larger injections of cash so you can take your business to that next level. And there are different activities. And as you get to those points, you will find that those activities become automated. Okay, it will give you an opportunity to automate your business in a different way. So when you're new, key activities that you need to focus on, and honestly, all you need to focus on when you are new to business, up until the point where you're making, let's say, 7k a month. Up until the point that you're making 7k a month consistently, like 3 months in a row or whatever, your key money-making task is getting people on the phone. I don't care what anyone says, your key money-making task is getting people on the phone. Because when you are talking to people on the phone, it is much easier for them to know you, to like you, to trust you, and to buy from you. Okay, so up until that point that you are making 7k a month, you don't need to worry about getting the best website out there. Okay, you just don't. You don't need to worry about, investing in automated sales software like ClickFunnels. Promise you, you just don't. Okay, you don't need to worry about in making huge investments in VAs. because your primary job is to get people on the phone. So really, the only investments your business needs to have at that point in time is an email autoresponder, a calendar, and, you know, potentially lead pages or something. That's it. At that point in time, when I started my business, that was all I had. I had Gmail, because, you know, I'm cool. And so I had Gmail, and I had Acuity, which I still have, and it's amazing, right? It's about getting those people on the phone. Memo. What happens if you're shit on the phone? I love it. What happens if you're shit on the phone? Nobody is shit on the phone, okay? This is the thing, right, guys? Sales is a learned skill. It's a learned behaviour. And even Albert Einstein, I say even, but Albert Einstein was a genius, but he said, if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, the fish will be stupid. It's not the fish's fault. The fish doesn't have legs, okay? The fish has nothing to do with it. Nobody can be shit at sales. Genuinely, there is a sales method for everybody. If you're somebody who's like, I'm not confident on the phone, or actually I struggle with making the offer on the phone, yeah, there's things that you can do. And the first thing you can do is practice. I used to, when I was in my corporate job, I used to I used to put my lipstick on, because I had this lipstick that every time I would make a negotiation or something, I would wear it. It'd be my power lipstick. And I would talk to myself in the mirror. And I would be the devil's advocate. I would be the awful client who had like a million objections. And I would literally, every single one, and every day I would try and overcome 3 objections. And I would do it to myself in the mirror. I would make my boyfriend sit there and do it with me. I would make my mum do it with me. I would do it with my boss at work. Like, I'd be like, all the time, throw me an objection, like, please. So it comes down to practice. You know, practice is going to make you perfect in that sense. Also, you're part of Cash Creation. You guys get all of my discovery call scripts and my sales scripts and my objection handling guides totally in with that. So you're going to be fine. But it's about, yeah, exactly. Tara used to practice saying her prices in the mirror. It's about becoming comfortable. And if you're actually attracting, if you're doing the right thing, so i.e. if you're going out there and you're attracting the right people, they will never think you're shit on the phone. They'll get on the phone and be like, oh my God, Mema is amazing. Just like I did when I got on the phone with you and I was like, oh my God, you're amazing, right? You know, it's not about you thinking you're shit. It's about getting on the phone and doing it as many times as it takes to get really good at it. You know, we don't look at a kid who's learning to walk and every time they fall over, we don't sit there and go to them, okay, well, you just can't walk. No walking for you. You're going to stay crawling forever. No, of course we don't. We're like, get back up. You'll be fine. You know, everyone's got 2 legs. You'll be fine. No worries. Just keep going. You know, it's natural to fall down a few times. The best bit about sales and the best bit about anything that is numbers based, right, is that you're always going to get one. It might take you longer. You know, and the average is that generally people who are newer to sales, 1 in every 4 calls, they'll get a yes. 1 in every 4. Think about how many Facebook posts you've made this week. Think about how many times you've, you know, tried to, I don't know, PM someone. Or, you know, think about how many times you've tried to write something inspirational. And I do this a lot. I'm like, oh God, inspirational. You know, it takes enough. I have to have a couple of cups of coffee before I become inspirational, right? And I think this is the thing. It's about practice. It's going to take time. But if you do, the more you do, the easier it becomes and the more you improve. You know, I've got 100% success rate on sales calls. It doesn't mean that I'm some kind of secret sales guru where, you know, I hypnotize people when they get on the phone. I'm like, yes, buy. It's not it. It's just that I pre-qualify people. I know exactly, you know, what I'm selling. I'm very, very confident in that. My message is very, very clear. So generally, by the time that people get on the phone with me, they know that they're a yes. And that's what you want to be doing. In the beginning, phone calls. Focus on phone calls. Get people on the phone all the time. That is the only sales activity that you should be doing. Get people on the phone. That's it, genuinely. Judy, all makes sense, Jess, when you're just starting out. But how do you go backwards? Do you just ditch what you have to start again with the cash creation strategy in mind? It's like when you have a dress, your only dress that doesn't exactly fit, and do you justice and no money? Do you throw it out and find a new one, or do you try and fix it so you don't walk around and start naked? No, never throw away what you have. But know that if something is not working, you know, so if you have been trying for 6 months to convert people, I don't know, through writing vulnerable Facebook posts or through blogging or through podcasting, and it's not working, change it. You know, give everything time. Obviously, I always say to people, you know, give a new sales strategy. If it's a manual sales strategy, give it 3 to 4 weeks. If it's an automated sales funnel, you're going to need to give it 2 to 3 months before you can completely say, no, that does not work. Okay? Because during that time, you're going to have to test, tweak, refine, all of that kind of stuff. But if you're doing things consistently that aren't working, so if you're writing posts that just do not identify with your audience and they're not getting engagement and people are not buying from them, accept that that's not what your audience wants at that time and pivot. It's not about getting rid of anything. It's not about, you know, thinking that there's something wrong. It's literally about going, okay, cool, well, this isn't getting the response I expected, so I'm going to pivot and I'm going to do something slightly different and see how that affects it and see if that works. Yeah? Good to know about automated funnels. Yeah, things take time, you know, and when I say to people, look, I automated my entire business, there's a reason that it didn't just take me a month. Like, it took me a good 6 to 9 months to automate everything, because you have to give it a good 3 months to see whether that funnel's converting right, how well it's converting, whether you can make it more efficient, more effective, all that kind of thing. Exactly the same as you would with an organic strategy. All right, but if you're somebody who's completely new right now, you need to focus on phone calls. If you're somebody who's making 5 to 10k a month, okay, so consistently you're making 5 to 10k a month, and you're thinking, okay, I'm now at the point where I'm consistently making this money. I know that I can make this money, but I'm not sure how to jump and leverage my income. It's at this point in your business that you need to be thinking, okay, how can I leverage my time? Okay, so when you're making 5 to 10k a month, and only when you're making 5 to 10k a month, okay, don't try and do it before, because that's when things start to go a little bit wonky. That's when we start to leverage our time. And so the money making activities that you do when you're when you're making that consistent 5 to 10k a month, that's when you start looking externally. That's when you're trying to bring in or generate a lot of external traffic. Okay, so that's when you might look at guest blogging. It's when you might look at bringing in your own podcast. It's when you might start vlogging, blogging for yourself, like hardcore PR strategy, all that kind of stuff. Now, in all honesty, this is where I missed out massively when I was doing this. I decided at that point in my business, I was like, well, I'm going to keep everything manual. Okay. And that was not a good decision. And it meant that I spent a lot of time really, doing a lot of work on my message, but not really having that wider platform. So it's at that point in your business, when you're doing this 5 to 10k a month, you go, okay, right, I need external traffic. I need more external traffic. I need to get a message out to a wider group of people. And that's when you want to be looking at guest blogging, podcasting, vlogging, anything like that that's going to bring in external traffic. Okay. And so your money making activity then becomes about building your brand, and on a wider scale, and having that convert. That's when you bring in your first sort of sales funnels, and they don't have to be massively, scary and complicated, but it has to be something to get that person from reading your blog or being on your podcast to actually being a paying member of your community in some way. Okay? And that's all it is. So at that point, that's when you want to be focusing on that and really scaling. And then the next bit for people is automation and scale. And that's when you realize that you have stopped kind of trading your time for money, but you need to make a wider impact and you need to have a wider presence. And that's when you start with automation. That's when your sales activity becomes setting up sales funnels that you monitor consistently, and you make the tiny little tweaks. And that's actually when it becomes much more difficult, because the tweaks that you're making are much smaller, but the differences that it's making is actually really big. Okay. Judy, my biggest regret is that I'm not starting out with all this awesome knowledge. It would be an entirely different journey. So much unlearning and undoing. Do you know what though? It's a good thing, because I didn't do all the right things in the beginning of my business. That's the only reason that I can look back now and say, don't do what I did. You know, because I was somebody who tried everything. You know, I did. When I first started out, I knew that all I needed to do was get people on the phone. I'd done it for years in corporate. I knew it was the best strategy. And instead, I was like, oh no, everyone's saying that, you know, I should be really email marketing. That should be the thing. And I should be really focusing on, you know, posting things on my Facebook wall. And it wasn't. It was getting people on the phone. That's what made the money. You know, then I decided, you know, I got to kind of like consistent 10k months and things like that. And I was like, okay, this is cool, but I don't really know how to leverage it. And at that point, I thought about, I should get help. I should get a VA or someone. And I thought, nope, I'm going to struggle. I'm going to do it all on my own. I'm going to pitch to all these places all on my own. And so it meant I had even less time. You know, I was putting even more pressure on myself. And in actual fact, that's probably when I should have hired someone. That tipping point was when I should have hired someone, because in hiring somebody else, it would have leveraged my time to actually do the money-making activities I needed to do. Yeah, so don't worry. It's not about unlearning. It's just pivoting. You know, how can you use what you have now in this kind of way? You know, how can you think about pricing your products? How can you think about your business model in a way that's genuinely going to be long-term and sustainable? That's the sort of thing that we should be teaching in the online world. You know, what is your business model? What does that actually mean? You know, because your business model is about having an aligned range of services that appeal to the right people that actually make you money. You know, it's not about just kind of picking a few random things and hoping they work, you know. Nicola, external as in not nurtured. Yes, yeah, external, so as in cold leads. So typically what will happen is your business will go through stages. The easiest way to make money, obviously, is to make money from warm leads. So from people that you've nurtured, from people that you already know, you like, you trust you. It gets to a point in your business where you won't have ever exhausted your warm leads, but where you need to have a larger stream of warm leads coming in. So if you're somebody who's like, oh, okay, I want to sell group programs, and you have a Facebook group of, I don't know, 5 people, law of averages says that you're probably going to sell 1 in 5. Okay, so in order to get 5 people on your group program, you need 20 people at least in the group. So that's when you need to be saying, okay, well, where am I going to get that traffic? How am I going to build? Because the thing is, there's nothing complicated about selling. You only ever need 2 things: traffic and an offer. And so that should be your focus all the time. Have I got enough traffic? And if I haven't, I'm going to push some through. And have I got an offer that I'm sending them to? If you've got both of those things, you're always going to be fine. If you don't, then it's fine. Let's generate some. You know, when, you know, it's very, it can be difficult. It can be challenging at the beginning to think, well, I don't have anyone on my email list and I don't have anyone on my Facebook group. But it doesn't mean that there aren't things that you can do. It just means that your money-making activity needs to be, okay, well, I need to be, you know, really clear on what my offer is. I need to absolutely have that nailed. I need to know that it's genuinely going to help those people. And I need to get people to the offer. So I need to be understanding, okay, where are those people coming from? How can I get them in front of my offer? What can I do to get them there in a really unique and interesting and nurturing way, rather than just, you know, spam promoting Facebook groups and, you know, come join my Tupperware party. No offense, because I'm sure, like, I love Tupperware, but I just, you know, wouldn't sell it. But yeah, so that is the kind of thing. Money-making activities will vary depending on where you are in your business. It's not about, you know, you doing the wrong things every day, but just think about when you're thinking about your money-making activities, do the simple things first. Phone calls, great way to get clients. It just is, you know, and it's always going to be the best way to get clients, getting people on the phone. You know, as you expand, or if you're somebody who is really, I'm not going to get people on the phone ever, that's totally fine, you know, but you then need to think about, okay, where is my traffic going to come from and how am I going to nurture them? You know, it might be that you're somebody who, like me, identifies with video. I much prefer video. I hate text. I hate writing. You know, I find it really difficult to express exactly what I want to say in the right words in a short period of time. So for me, video is much easier. But you can use that to get the right traffic to your offer and to make a sale very, very quickly if you're doing the right money-making activities. And the money-making activities are always going to be get traffic, send it to your offer. Get traffic, send it to your offer. That's all you need to do, okay? Tara, I made consistent 5k months right out the gates with a small email list. You know a lot more people than those on your list. Exactly. And this is the thing, but you have to be strategic about it. You know, be strategic and think, okay, where are people that I know who need what I have to offer? How can I show them that I have this amazing coaching, that I have this amazing consulting business, that I have this amazing, I don't know, relationship business or dating service or whatever it might be? It's your job to get that in front of them. And you can do, you know, you can make it easier on yourself. If you want to go down the paid traffic route, you can go absolutely and do that and get more eyes on your offer. But if you don't have your back end set up to actually nurture them and put an offer in front of them, then again, you're making it difficult for them to buy. So keep your sales process as simple as possible until you're at that point where you're like, yes, I'm definitely ready to automate everything. Because until you're making that consistent I would say 7k a month, genuinely, until you're making about 7k a month, you don't really want to be automating too much, because you've still got bits that you can refine. You know, you've still got bits that you can refine, and you can put some of it on automation. And, you know, for me, I started out putting my nurturing on automation, my nurture sequences and things like that, absolutely automated. But my buying processes, I kept super, super, super simple. And I still have, you know, even today, I make it really easy for people to buy. There's always going to be a payment plan. There's always going to be a PayPal option. There's always going to be a Stripe option. It's always going to be very clear as to what I'm selling. I'm never going to give a massive long form sales page that takes you through a ton of things to read. I just want you to know what you're going to get and what you're going to do. That's it. You know, for me, sales has to stay very, very, very simple, because that's the way that it works, even on an automated basis. You know, once you have it set up in the right way manually, you know, once you've got it working and you're thinking, yeah, okay, I'm closing 3 clients out of every 4, I'm closing 2 clients out of every 4, that's when you can start automating that process. You know, and it's when you start going, okay, cool, so I'm now getting a steady flow of leads coming into my business. I now know how that works. I know how I'm doing that, and I can replicate that with automation. Does that make sense? Is everybody okay with that? Oh my God, I love this. Good. Because you're about to get 6 weeks more of it. But this is the thing. Tara, this also ties back to what you always say. You have to tell people how you can help them. Yes. At the end of the day, sales really is that simple. Know who you're selling to, know what you're selling them, get traffic in front of your offer. That's it. Stop making it complicated for them. If you write a ton of really, and honestly I see some beautiful sales pages. I see some beautiful ones, and I look at them in envy and awe, and I think, I wish mine looked like that. And then I look at how much text there is to read, and if you're somebody like me, that honestly, I love looking at pretty sales pages, but I don't want to read your story all over again, and I don't want to read about the 20,000 other people that took the program, and I don't want to read all that stuff. I just want to know what you're going to help me with. What problem will you solve for me, and how can I pay for it? And that's it. You know, and I see it time and again, and people make such an effort, you know, and they write all this stuff, and it's beautiful, and they've got all these wonderful analogies, and it's lovely. And ultimately, all people want to know is, how can you help me, and where can I pay? That's it. You know, the best bit of marketing advice I was ever given when I was back in corporate was, explain it to your audience like they are 6 years old. if it is clear enough that a 6-year-old could understand what you are talking about, you've got it right. If it's going to take somebody 10 minutes to work out whether you're actually offering them something to buy or whether you're just writing a really nice blog post, it's not going to get you sales. Keep it simple. Do the money-making activities. Do the money-making activities, keep it simple, make sales. That's all you need on a cycle. And then as you get that, you're like, oh, okay, cool, I've got that now. Right, I'm making money. Now I'm going to automate a bit of it to make my life easier. Yeah, it's all about ease. It's all about doing it and making it easy for you, and realizing that, you know, just because you don't have a set up sales page set up out of the gate, like, or a huge sales funnel straight out the gate, it doesn't mean that you're doing it wrong. It just means that you're smart enough. You've realized, okay, well, I need to test this stuff first. I need to know it works, and then I can test it and I can tweak it and I can make it more efficient. Amanda, this is so helpful, thank you. Amanda, welcome. I think it's the first time that I have seen you live on one of my live trainings, so welcome. It's really nice to have you here. Mema, sales pages should only ever have just enough information to get people to hit buy. Yeah, exactly. We don't want to go through tons and tons of stuff, and this is the thing with your audience. They don't want to go through a ton of stuff either, you know, and we are so bombarded, and I was saying this to somebody yesterday, we are so bombarded with information that we don't get enough implementation. And that's what people want. People want action. People want to know, can you solve my problem? Yes. How much is it? This much. Okay, go. And they're either a yes or they're a no. And I say this to my clients all the time. Either get your audience to be a yes or a no. You know, a no for me is always not right now. It doesn't mean that they're going to be a no forever. It doesn't mean in 6 months' time they're going to look back at you and be like, oh God, that Jess, I would never buy from her. But at least disqualify them from the process so that for another month you're not thinking, oh, well, that's okay because I've got this in my pipeline, when you haven't. You know, be really sensible, be strategic. Don't give people tons of information that they can't use. Give them implementable stuff that make them realize, hey, you're actually a really valuable person. You know, I was saying this in the group yesterday. Like, people who spam the group, go for it. The only reason that I delete it is because it really hacks me off. It makes our newsfeed look really spammy. Other than that, I know that nobody's going to buy from it. It's like, okay, well, you know, you've wasted your time. For me, it upsets me because I'm like, that is a waste of a money-making activity. That's it. Like, that's my biggest frustration with it. I'm like, it's a waste of a money-making activity, and that upsets me. Right? If they'd have done it in a group where it was warm, where they knew people, where they built a relationship and they made sales, I'd be like, good for you. But if you drive by promo, you won't. And that is just a waste of your time, you know? And that's what makes me sad. I love it. Tara, so true. People are on information overload. We are. We want action. We want implementation. We want things that we can actually do. So that's what you want to be giving your audience. That's what you want to be encouraging them to do. Every single time that you move to a different relationship building point, you should be asking that person to make another commitment to you. Whether that's signing up for your email list, whether it's downloading an opt-in, whether it's buying a Tripwire offer, whether it's buying a core offer, whether it's getting on the phone with you, whatever it is, every time you shift your relationship to the next level, you want another commitment from them and they want another commitment from you. And that's all about action. It's not about information. It's not about, you know, trying to convince them with a bunch of different things. It's about doing the right activities in the right order, in the right process to get the right result. That is it, you know. And in this case with sales, it's super simple. Get traffic, get eyes on your offer, make the offer, make sales. Genuinely, that is it. That is all you will ever need to worry about in the sales making process. Traffic, offer, done. Alright, so when you're looking at those money making activities in your business, if you are new, if you're not making 7k a month yet, phone calls. Get people on the phone. I promise you it will work. I promise you you will get clients. I promise you that you will suddenly be like, oh my goodness, I'm at 10k a month and I don't know how that happened. And it's easy. If you are somebody who is already doing 7 to 10k a month and you need to scale and leverage, you need more traffic. Look at the external stuff, that you need. Hey Joyce, I was just talking about you. But, you know, get the external stuff you need. Okay, well, I need to blog, I need to podcast, I need to have an external audience, I need to nurture them, I need to, you know, make offers regularly, I need to be looking at tripwires and maybe extending your sales funnel that way. And then, as time goes on and you need to really leverage and scale and automate, how can I get myself out to the masses? How can I really show the majority of people that I can help them? Well, that's when you automate. That's when you look at advertising. That's when you look at, you know, hiring into your team. That's when you look at how you can get the maximum amount of value provided to your audience without having to do tons of it yourself, you know. And again, the money-making activity remains the same. You can, you know, you could take the phone call thing the whole way through. Like, you know, if you're new to business, get people on the phone. That's your job. If you're doing 7 to 10k a month, then you need to get more people on the phone. So you need to be going out into more places and offering phone calls. If you're automating and scaling your business, maybe it's that you hire a sales team and you get them to do the sales calls for you. And so you're impacting more people, you're getting more people on the phone. You can pick any money-making activity you like, as long as you pick one and you go with it, like, and you start using it. And that's the key thing for me this week when we've been talking about making money. It's not about me trying to give you a really, really complicated strategy or something that you're never going to be able to figure out. This is what I use in my business every day and have done right since the get-go. You know, so honestly, I promise you that the money making, the making of the money doesn't have to be hard. It's really, really simple. Just keep it simple for yourself. You know, think about it. Okay, how many eyes do I need to have on an offer before I know somebody's going to buy? How many people do I need to get on the phone before I know that someone will be a yes? And as time goes on, you start to get used to it. You know, you might be the person that starts off closing 1 in 4 people. And as time goes on, you're the person that closes 3 in 4 people. You know, it does get easier, but it's a learnt skill. It's a learnt behavior. So keep it really simple at the beginning. Don't try and learn all of the strategies. Just go with one. And honestly, you will have success, and that success will spur you to go out and master the next one and the next one. Okay? Does that make sense? Is there any questions around that? Has anybody got any questions around money-making activities or what you should be doing every day to make money in your business? I do also have a free guide on this, so if you haven't got the top 5 daily things that I do in my business every day to make money and you want it, let me know in the comments and I will get it sent to you. Because I really, you know, I don't believe that we should all be struggling to make money. I don't think that it should be this kind of difficult thing that we talk about. Yes, it's going to be work. Like, and if you're new to business, or if you're scaling your business, or if you're at any kind of up-leveling point in your business, there is going to be work involved. Of course there is. But it's going to be a different type of work. You know, at the beginning it's going to be more manual. In the automated side, it's going to be frustrating because you've got like a ton of stuff that you need to do and you need to automate, and you're thinking, oh my goodness, technology, I hate it. But it's one of those things, you know, there's always going to be work involved, but master one bit, master being really good at getting sales in one area, and then scale it out. I love it. Samantha, Amanda and Emma want the guide. No worries. After I've done this, I will put the link up and you guys can go and grab it, because honestly, there are 5 things I do in my business every day. That's it. You know, the rest of the time I'm just sat here. Well, I'm not. I wish I was, but you know, it's true though. 5 things every day, and that's all I focus on every single day to make money. It doesn't have to be hard. You know, we need to get past this, that it needs to be difficult, or that it has to be challenging, or that it's going to be really complicated, because it's not. It can be as simple as you want. You just have to make it that way. All right? It's your business. At the end of the day, you can run it however you like. You know, it's not for me to tell you how to run it, or for anybody else to tell you how your business should look. But if you want the quickest ways of doing it, then master one thing, get really good at it, and then move it out. You know, master selling on live video and then do webinars. Have that natural progression. You know, master blogging on your own site and driving traffic before you guest blog. You know, that might be something you think, oh, that's a good idea. You know, it's all about what you want to do, and it's all about how you feel comfortable. You know, so think about those things. When you're thinking about money-making activities, make it about you and about what you enjoy. Yeah? Amazing. Does anybody have any questions? If you've got questions, absolutely please go for it. So if you've got anything on money-making activities, on the stuff that you need to be doing in your business, anything like that, pop them in the comments. And if you don't, then I feel like I will have explained it exceptionally well. Or there's somebody sat there like, Jess, that made no sense. But yeah, that is all it is. It really is that simple. So if you've got any questions, anything you need, anything that you're thinking, oh, that didn't make sense, or I need to know a little bit more about that, pop them in the comments, let me know. Otherwise, this is our last live of the week. This is our last live in FFE this week. Our last live training of the week. I might pop in tomorrow and show you my dyed hair. I'm having my hair done tomorrow, so I might pop in and just let you know how it looks. Emma, how long is our cash creation call later? Yes, cash creation is at 7 p.m. and it will be for about an hour. So 45 minutes is the official, but if we have questions, it will be about an hour. All right. It will be fully recorded. And again, if anybody else is like, actually, I need to jump in on cash creation, we have a bonus call this evening where they are getting access to a bonus campaign and we're going through some very exciting workbooks. So if you haven't jumped into cash creation yet and you know that you want to, please make sure that you drop me a message or something now, because the bonus call starts in an hour. So I don't want you to miss out. If you're somebody who's like, I'm on the fence, don't miss out on the bonus call, because otherwise you'll have to listen to the recording. And, you know, when you eventually do sign up, I'm not saying the price is going to go up, because it's not. And I'm not saying you're going to run out of bonuses, but if you want to be on the call live and you're somebody who'd like an extra campaign and you'd like to know how to make money like now, drop me a line and get in on the call tonight. Yay! Mema's like, I'm excited. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I've literally been watching like workbooks and things this afternoon, so I'm stoked to be getting started. Honestly, you would not believe. But we've only got a couple of spaces left, so if you're not in cash creation yet, go and get yourself in there. And I will see you all next week. And next week is going to be exciting. We've got some exciting live trainings coming up in here next week, where I'm going to be talking a bit more about business models and a bit more about my up level and what that really looked like and the toll that it kind of took on me and on my business. I love it. Julie, have you been spying on us? Yes. You will find that cash creation is much more about me just stalking you and be like, what are you doing, to make sure that you hit the goals. But you know, there's going to be lots and lots of exciting things going on in here next week. So as always, I will be live next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I will be popping in and out tomorrow because I'm having my hair done, so I'm sure that I will at some point show you the dye job. And I will be in on Monday because I've got a couple of really cool things I want to share with you that I think will be really helpful. And then trainings next week are going to be all around up leveling in your biz and your business, ideal business models. All right. But like I say, if you're not in cash creation yet, I'm still going to talk about it next week because it doesn't officially close until the 3rd. I think that's the date anyway. And it doesn't close until all the spaces are gone. We've got a couple of spaces left. So if you know anybody that wants to join cash creation, let us know, let them know that we've only got a couple of spots left. If you want to join cash creation and you've got any questions or any reservations, message me and I will tell you openly and honestly if it's right for you or if it's not. I'm not going to sell you into something you don't need. And if you are going to be here next week, obviously, I'm excited. I'm very excited. So I will be popping the link in for the free top 5 daily things that I do every day in my business to make money. I'll tag the people that wanted it. Other than that, have fabulous, fabulous weekends. I'm going to be hanging out with some really cool ladies from FFE, which I'm very, very excited about. And I will see you all in here officially live next week. Have wonderful, wonderful days. And my cash creation ladies, I will see you in about an hour. Whoop, 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 whoop.